What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? We just letting a few people get in the room real quick. This is actually Love and Happiness. I'm gonna go over that song real quick. It's not gonna be a long recording. Not gonna be real long. So yeah, Love and Happiness by Al Green. The kick is a little too much. That's a little better. Check to see if I'm on YouTube as well. All right, I might go ahead and just start talking about this. And yeah, it's pretty much a guitar tutorial. So that's what this is. So if anyone has questions in reference to this tutorial, let me know. Anyone interested in either learning guitar or learning this song, either one, it don't matter. So yeah, this song is actually A flat minor. That's what key this song is in. And actually the chorus more so references, let me turn it down. The chorus more so references the like the A flat minor, and then on the actual verse it kind of goes major, but it's kind of all the same as well, but just kind of letting you know that. All right, and this right here, there's nothing but a track, just a little track to reference. So here we go. And to be quite honest with you, I'm just going to teach that small part, because you actually can like loop that. You can loop that part over and over and you pretty much know the same, you know the song. Okay. So that's how that goes. So let me check what I'm dealing with right now. Make sure I'm not leaving nobody. All right. So for the first chord, I might just kind of slow down on this one because sometimes I talk a little fast. Not talk fast, but I kind of talk past what I'm really trying to talk about. But anyhow, so here is the A flat minor. And we can actually get the iconic riff, I guess, you know, that it actually starts out with. That's pretty much how the song starts out. And that riff is actually 7th fret, 9th fret on the B string, 7th, 9th fret, hammer on, then 7th and 9th fret on the E string as well, the high E string. Then you slide to the 11th fret as well. So then go back to the 9th fret on the B string, then the 9th fret on the G string, then go down chromatically. So you can do that, or you can actually go now what is that? I mean, those notes actually fall within the E dominant 7 chord. So right there. Then the E flat dominant 7 chord. Then go back to the A flat minor. Okay, so that's pretty much it. All right, so that's what it is. The A flat minor, that's right here on the 4th fret. That's where you're actually where you are what do you call it? Bar, like a bar chord. Okay. Let me make sure I'm not leaving. Doesn't look like I have any excuse me, doesn't look like I have any comment shit, which is fine. Cool. Excuse me. All right. So let's go back. Let's bring the track back in. And it's wild. I actually did this tutorial 12 years ago on YouTube. 2012. I think it was. I did this tutorial on YouTube. I really took my time on that tutorial. It's crazy. But yeah, so about 12, 13 years ago, I did this tutorial, and I'm basically just wanting to do a redo and doing it over. And you know, I wanted to be a little more concise. All right. So I know I got the beat going in that actual riff. I'm going to play it over the beat, but obviously you don't play that riff after the beat starts. But you know, in terms of like the recording, the part that goes, that part. So now I'm actually going to go to that part. It's like a part of me wants to keep the beat going, but Another part of me wants to stop it so I can actually explain it. So I'll like explain the full thing, then I'll go back and actually play the whole thing. So we already went over this part. We already did that part. Now, what I will say is one quick nugget. There's actually two ways to play. Not two ways. I'll show you two ways to play a dominant seventh chord. Okay. It's actually like an inversion, because you can play a dominant seventh chord here. You can play it here. You can play it here. You can also play it if that's E. You can play all sorts of different shapes. As long as you're in the right place, it don't matter. Okay. So right here, dominant seventh chord. This is from the 7th fret. That's pretty much that shape. But you can also play it. It's still from the 7th fret, but it's a different shape. And this is the shape that Al Green plays on the song. So. So this E dominant seventh is actually, it's like you're playing an E major. Here's an E major as well. So remember, as I usually show, if you wanted to construct a major chord, that's pretty much how you construct it, by finding out where all your intervals are, and then you know where your notes fall as well. So your dominant seventh is basically a flatted seventh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's the 1 again. But this 7 right here, you flat it. You play your E major. But that 1, you take it and flat it all the way. But you can basically reference a major chord. If you were playing it on this side, down here, so this note is really what you're looking for, that bum, 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 bum. If you're here. And this type of chord is played quite a bit in blues, like blues or, rhythm and blues, you know what I'm saying? R&B. So just keep that in mind. So that is referenced quite a bit. And, some of it, you can say gospel uses it or whatever, but we know Al Green was preaching on this song anyway. So maybe that's why he was using it anyway. So that's one way that you can actually play the dominant seventh chord, this E dominant seventh. You're flatting the 7th interval right here. Another way to play it is actually in that same shape. You'll actually be, I'll just tell you with a reference. So bar on the 5th fret, okay? This is something I haven't actually really shown. But amongst guitar players, they know it, but we typically play this. So anyway, another one is you bar on this 5th fret right here. Once you bar on that 5th fret, take your middle finger and you're going to play on the 6th fret of your D string. All right. Your ring finger is going to be on the 7th fret of your A string, and your pinky is going to be on the 7th fret of your G string. And you're going to play from the A string down like this. So these are inversions of one another. So you may even hear some advanced players, they kind of go back and forth like that. But on this song, they start from that E dominant seventh and just chromatically keep the shape the same. then go to the A flat minor. The chord progression is this. Okay, so that's that part. It's not that bad. Now, so now with the what do you call it? The verse, it actually starts with a B major. It's right there. So that same shape that you were at the E, you can play it way down here, but don't play the actual major chord. So don't do the, you can do that, but you know, it would be more appropriate to do the major. And once you do that, you're actually gonna, you actually can just play the B major triad like this. So that's for the first chord. Then for the second chord, you're gonna play the same thing. Then for the third chord, you're actually gonna go from here. Then the next triad is actually gonna be a F sharp triad, like. So here's F sharp. So you'll be going back and forth. So let me show you where that actually is. So here's that top. Here's the B major. Still play that. F sharp. B, F sharp. Okay, so you kind of go back and forth a few times on that part. Okay, so try not to overcomplicate that. Try not to overcomplicate that. Just back and forth. And let me tune that up real quick. Yeah, that part can get a little not confused, but you know, it's a little more simple than it sounds. Now the full chord is actually the B major. And then it plays B major over A. That's actually what is being played, but the guitar player only has to play B major twice. Yeah, Al Green definitely has a great voice. I appreciate you chiming in. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, so then go to the F sharp major. So it sounds like. Okay. Then now these next few chords is kind of going to wrap up the whole chord progression, and you pretty much know the whole song. So any of you who have been listening up until now, this is pretty much the whole song. They just repeat it again. It's kind of a long chord progression, and it's the chorus and the verse kind of put together that I'm showing you. And so, you know, you appreciate that. As far as the comment on the tone, my tone, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's kind of tough having a good tone on online, like figuring out how to dial it in online to make it translate in a clear way. Because sometimes it could be too boomy or too, you know, this or that, but I appreciate that. So the last couple of chords, it goes outside of the key, but they dropped it in there. So they go. So they do that like twice in one verse, and they do it like 3 times in another verse. That was wrong. So what that is D major, C sharp minor and B. D major, C sharp minor, and B. So they go. Which is kind of tricky actually. And really, to be honest with you, all you got to play is on the 7th fret, G and B string, right there. Then after that, you can play on the G string, 6th fret, and on the B string, 5th fret. Then on the 4th fret, G and B string. So you can do that like a double stop instead of playing the full chord. Like I do this not half chord, but I just only play a few notes. Okay, so that's pretty much what I do, and that's like the whole song, other than like the horn parts and all that other stuff. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna play the track, and then I'm just gonna sort of play a few passes or a few chord progression loops of the same thing. But just know that that's really the whole song, okay? Even though they do a bunch of stuff in and out of it, don't none of that. It matters, but I'm just saying that's pretty much all it is. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Maybe I should do this. Nah. I'm trying to do the click. The click before it. 2, 3. Oh no. They did 5. They did 5 clicks. And the way this is, it's actually only giving me 4. Let me zoom in real quick. Select all. Go back. Let's do one more click. I'm just doing this because I really want to give it the effect. Okay, I think I got it. You know what? It's 8. It's 8. Sorry about that. Anybody watching, I appreciate you kicking it with me. I appreciate it. Let's go. That's what it is. All right, so let's try this. Let's try this. Because I don't want it to loop back. That should work. Click. Boom. Nope. Let's go. Bum, 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 bum. You didn't do that right. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. That didn't do the right thing. Let's do this. 2, 3, 4. Dun, 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 boom. Yep. So that's how that goes. All right. So let's see if we can do it. 2, 3, 4. Nah, it's not on the 4. I know what you're saying, but it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So, all right, here we go. All right. So. No, let's go back. Let's go back. Messing up. So yeah, it's crazy how it starts on that. But all right, so 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm trying to make the guitar sound like his guitar, so I'm trying not to be too technical with it, but he. So however you did it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, chorus. Back to the verse. And I'm looping that at this point. So that's pretty much what it is. All right. On one hand, it ain't nothing special, but it is something special. I mean, just how simple it is. And at the same time, you know, that format, I almost think he was like throwing up hands, like throwing up symbols as to when they was going to go to the chorus and the verse, you know, maybe at random in the studio. So, I mean, that's pretty much the whole song. Okay. Yep. Love and Happiness, Al Green. That's for Mimi. That is correct. But yeah. But as far as starting on the 4, that particular song, they don't start on the 4. It, you know, if you listen to the format, there was a couple of times where it does this. It does this 3 times. And on another verse, they do it twice. Then they go back. So yes, that's the song. Yeah. Oh, is this yeah, Sharon, thank you. Yeah, I tried to use the guitar sound, which I guess a dry guitar sound. That's kind of, they just did it raw like that. You know what I'm saying? No, like, you know, pause, but it was no reverb, nothing like that is what I mean. Like dry, no reverb, no delay. Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much the song. And I appreciate those of you who, like, you know, stuck around and actually like watched it. And but yeah, there's a lot that you can do with it. You can I don't think that it's most appropriate to, you know, have a lot of effects, you know, going on. It's just straight drums. Play some Canton. I'll do that for a different video. I'll do that for a different video. It's very important that I keep it on subject, but I'm very familiar with Canton spirituals for sure. You learned it with F#9. Well, that's F sharp 13. So in F9 to E9. So F sharp to E9. Yeah, somebody probably taught you wrong. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. If that's how you learned it, somebody probably showed you the wrong notes. Now those are some dope chords. Yeah. Those notes. The F sharp is right here, and here's. So I don't know. Okay, maybe. So if they did the kind of like sliding into it, so if they did it that way, so maybe so. So you know, they did that kind of thing. I'll be honest with you though, some guitar teachers, they be showing the wrong notes, yo. They be showing the wrong notes, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I am kind of a little bit. I learn songs for a living. Well, that's one thing that I do for a living. So I'm like a stickler for notes and stuff like that. And I shared this tutorial 12 years ago on YouTube, and I taught it wrong. I mean, a lot of the stuff is right, but I'm just saying, you know, I listened back to it. I was like, yeah, that wasn't right. Because a lot of times with like blues, and a lot of times we're hearing the wrong things, and some people, their twist and creativity on it don't even be going. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if he came in from the F sharp 9 using the 9 chord, yeah, if that's the timing, I can see how that can work. Yeah. Okay. But in the song, and even though that's the easiest chord to show, the actual shape that Al Green played, or whoever was playing guitar, that was the actual shape. So it wasn't this one. That's what he was actually doing. So that does make a difference, especially the chord that you go to after this set of chords. It matters which shape that you actually play. So I don't know what his more on it means. If mine sounds correct, how does his sound? Cause like this part, it's not. I want to play the song, but I don't want no copyright stuff. I don't want no copyright stuff. But let me see, cause I'll just pull it up. I will just pull it up. Let me go here. Let me go here. Excuse this.
Hey folks.
All right, that was an ad, so I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it after this ad ends. Okay. If it's not the same as the song, how is it more defined? And that's no disrespect, but I'm gonna play it though, because that's just the best thing to do. Love and happiness. So here we go. He's here. Something The same chord I just showed. It's right there. Here we go. Yeah, so here we go. It literally starts right here. In the song, that's what it does. Now, in a live band situation, you want to add your own sauce to it. Okay. Okay. If here's the thing about that. If the whole band is clear on that, that can work. And really, the bass player is kind of playing the same thing, but you got to make sure that the bass player is playing that. But it starts here. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody's not clear on that, it can fumble. You know what I'm saying? So it's not bad. It ain't no right or wrong. You just got to make sure the whole band is clear on it. So something like that, like being a stickler for those things, can make a person lose a job in the music gig, whatever you want to call it. Or, you don't follow instructions. They'll be like, yo, like, what you doing? You adding too much. Now in a situation where it's more free, whatever, it don't matter. You home jamming, cool. But certain gigs, you do that and everybody's not clear on it, you may have gotten a call, but you're not getting a call back. You know what I'm saying? And it might sound cool when you learn a new shape, you learn a new chord on guitar and you want to play that everywhere, and you want to look at somebody real like, yeah, you like that, right? Because you learn a new shape. Yeah, you like that? You don't even know where to put it. And I'm not being funny, but I'm just saying that's like an actual thing. We can agree to disagree on that one though. I'm with it. I am with it. So, but the song just did this. Which is what I was showing the whole time. So if it was, it's just adding this, which is what I think you were saying. Just sliding into it. Just make sure the bass player's on that. Make sure of that. And I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that one bit. Brandon McKnight. You talking about Brian McKnight? Brandon McKnight? I appreciate that, Rocky Mays. And I'll be honest with you, like there have been times when, I thought I was hearing a thing and I did that for years. And I was wrong. So he looks like Brian McKnight. Okay. Is that one of his sons? I'm talking to Mimi right now. Anthony, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm talking to one of the people that's on YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube as well. Now, outside of all the, the chords, because Al Green was straight up, simple, straightforward. Nowadays we would do more things. We would do more things to it. But, we would be adding all sorts of, let me see. We'll be adding all the licks. You know what I'm saying? blues gig. You know, all that stuff. A lot more in it, basically. Oh, I look like Ryan? Oh, Lord. I've heard. Oh, that's funny. I've heard that before. I gotta put the picture side by side. Oh, got you. I'm responding to or something. Look like flowers, but you mean I play a song? I gotta look back to the other question. You're playing harmonica. That's J. McMahon. Cool. I believe that everybody in the world should pick up an instrument. Everybody. I wish I could talk about all the benefits of learning an instrument. Hey, you know, I look like Brian McKnight. I hope that's a compliment, because I ain't seen a picture of him recently. From Virginia. That's what's up. I am good. Hope you're doing well as well. I appreciate you chiming in as well. But yeah, you know, there are all sorts of things that you know, in a gig scenario that someone would do to that song. I can maybe do that song at a different time, because things get a little confused when I bounce back between one song toward another. You know what I'm saying? So I'll keep it like in my I get requests. That's actually how I get my ideas. But so I can keep it on topic. So for those who go back and listen to this tutorial, they'll actually, like, you know, it'll keep them engaged. Because sometimes when I go off and talk about other stuff, then my viewings or clicks or whatever you want to call it, the retention goes down. So it's important that I stay like on topic in terms of the song. I don't mind like answering y'all's questions at all. Awesome. That is to Martha Burton. Glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing well. To Mimi. Actually, I'll take it. Thank you. I will take it. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. I will take it. I ain't gonna act too, you know, humble, I guess. That's what's up. I'm blushing. I appreciate it. Oh no, I'm still on topic. I am on topic. So that's cool. So yeah. 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 I encourage any and everybody in this world. You should play an instrument, whether you're a professional or not. You should learn. You should something. Y'all remember in like the early 1900s, like I was living. I wasn't. But most homes had like a piano in it, and there was someone who knew how to play very well. And everybody else knew a song, and they would gather, you know, and sing along with the person who could play. And learning how to play an instrument is very helpful for stress. It's very helpful for, like, you know, coming up with new ideas and being bored and stuff like that. It helps with, you know, you just exercising your creativity. You know, I believe that everybody's creative, but we get a little, you know, into the mundane ins and outs of every day. And we forget that we're creative. So people who forget that they're creative will say that they're not creative, and that's not true. That is a lie from the pit of darkness, I believe. Trust me. Don't believe that. You're creative. Everybody. Detroit. What up, though? That's to Dennis Johnson. You know, I'm like unofficial. I'm not from Detroit, but, you know, my college roommate was from Detroit. You know, we kick it a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I appreciate you co-signing on that. I talk about that quite a bit, you know, where the conversation permits. Bill Withers. Use me. I'm going to keep it on my list for sure. I did, I haven't done a tutorial on that yet. Oh, you just keep on using me until you use me up. I did a couple other. I did like Lean on Me, and I did like another one. I don't think I did Use Me though. Trumpet. I played trumpet in middle school. Yep, I love trumpet. Out of the brass instruments, trumpet is probably my favorite. I went to Florida A&M University. I'm from Florida. I'm not in Florida, but I'm from Florida. FAMU. That's where I graduated. Got my degrees. Yep. Yeah. I learned guitar in college. You know what I'm saying? So I will vouch for it like forever. Like when I was trying to get through school and trying to like do well, and I'm not like a get good grades kind of person. I kind of don't care about that. I'm more like hands-on. Let's get real results. Like I'm not gonna just make a good grade just to. That's not my mind. That's not how I think. And Mimi, you know me? Is this a Mimi that I know? My favorite brand guitar is between. I mean, that's a little subjective. Between PRS and Fender are kind of like my favorite brands because they have models within it that, you know, are just nice. Yeah, I am from Jacksonville though. So it's funny you say that. But FAMU is in Tallahassee. But yeah, my hometown, Jacksonville. I wasn't born in Jacksonville, but that's where I grew up. But yeah, this is a Fender Strat that I got. Yeah. FAMU's band. One of the greatest parts of being in college, even though I had my feelings about college, but one of the things that got me through was 5 o'clock in the morning, hearing the Marching 100 practice, like hearing it outside of my window, outside of my dorm window, my apartment window. I could hear it like from the distance because the campus was miles away from my house, but I could hear the Marching 100 practice. I could hear the drums. I could hear the horns early in the morning. And that was one thing that actually got me through college. Like some people would probably say that I'm trying to sleep. That was good for my soul. Music got me through college, even though I tried to audition for music school, and they said that I knew too much music, and I wasn't even playing any instruments. Like, my first instrument was piano when I was 5, but I put that stuff down. And when I was in college, I was studying more like graphic design, architecture. That's what I was studying at the time. And when they said I couldn't get into music school, okay, I went and bought a guitar. I was like, all right, well, I guess I had to teach myself. And I taught myself. Yeah. You saw me in concert? Hey, I wish I could do what he does. I could do some of what he does. I'll say I can do some of what he does maybe on guitar, but not on piano. On piano, he's brilliant. I'm probably better than him on guitar, though. He plays guitar. He plays well. Nice. Colorado Springs. I appreciate y'all chiming in, man. That's helpful. I appreciate it. And I appreciate the follow, too. That's the dentist. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. But yeah, that's my apologies to YouTube. I didn't even know you chimed in. Sense of it all. Okay, I like the way you spell that. You need a tutorial. I need to check that out. I haven't checked her music out in a minute. And she's actually one of the singers that I really, really like. And she's a brownie. I like brownies. Meaning brown skinned women. That's just, hey, listen. But that's what's up. Yeah. But yeah, this tutorial, this Al Green, hey, that's what's up, Anthony. Anthony be chiming in, man. You know what I'm saying? He be like, yo, I can't stay home. I like that. I appreciate how you just kind of touch bases, and I respect that. I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Anthony Thornhill, big shout out. Yes. And trust me, I love all my sisters. I love all the shades of brown. You know what I'm saying? Just, she be having that thing glowing. My wife be having it glowing too. She's a brownie. So. Oh. But yeah, that's what's up though. Like oh, let me start it back over. Can I do it again? To the top. Let's go again. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole joint. even though they repeat it and they do different versions throughout the song. And then there's the part when he's saying love is, he's really saying love you. You know how he'll curl his voice, love you. I don't know how to spell that, sorry. But he's really saying love is, love you. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. I've been married 17 years. 17 years. Listen to the Anointed Pace Sisters. Find content. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out too. I probably heard that. The Pace Sisters. I probably heard that joint. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. She's awesome. I appreciate it. But yeah, sense of it all, that's your YouTube profile name or page name. I will check that out. That tweet joint, I'm gonna check that out for sure. For sure. And Maestro, I don't know if you're talking about my guitar or you're talking about the song, but I appreciate it either way. So yeah, y'all, I'm gonna check in, follow me if you would like. And, if you want to, stay on whatever it is that I'm doing, I'm definitely open to suggestions. To my community members, I go into more depth on how to play this stuff inside of my community. If you're interested, check my link on my profile. You can check it out. No pressure, but it's there. If any of you want to, if y'all learning, if you want to learn, I can help you. All right. So I appreciate it. It is available, and some people just want to learn on YouTube. Hey, that's cool. That's for the free. If you want to do it that way. But if you're willing to invest a little bit, one lesson is the price that it is, but the subscription for my community is the price of one lesson. So think of it that way. And some people take one lesson 4 times a month, once a week. So you're paying for one lesson for the month, but you're getting like way more access to more stuff. Plus you can request what you want to request. And plus I'm going to elaborate. And plus I'm doing live videos. And plus we doing live meetups. And plus we doing all this stuff, yo. All this stuff. Okay. You get so much, but yo, I appreciate it. I might chime back in next Saturday or at some point during the week. So you never know. I might just like pop up. But I also go to where the demand is. All right. So I appreciate y'all joining me, and thank you all for the kind words. Thank you for the compliments. I will take it. I'll take it. We all need confidence boosters. I'm confident without it, but it still helps. So, thank you. All right, TikTok. All right, YouTube. I'm about to get off. Thank you. Peace. Love y'all, yo. All right, YouTube. I'll stick around. If you got any other questions, let me know. I'll stick around for a couple more minutes. Let me know. I know somebody else on there. All right, haven't gotten no questions. So, all right, peace. Love you.